is Nomsa here at Ngosi Talk Shows. Find your own voice, lead from within. With me today, I have Claudia Pasa. How are you, Claudia?
I'm very well. Thank you so much.
Awesome, awesome. So, guys, please put Carol on your prayers. You know, she's our girl here at Ngosi Talk Shows. She's not in a good place. She's in a hospital. She's been in a hospital since last week. And there's no improvement whatsoever. But our prayers are with her and her family. We send prayers to her and her family. And we hope that they will find her healing through prayers. And we hope that God will have mercy and just do something in Carol Annie's life so she can get out of the hospital and come and join us here. So you guys, I know loads of you love Carol Anna, and she has loads of supporters on LinkedIn. And please just put her in prayers. She really needs them right now. She's not in a good place. So our topic today is unlocking prosperity, conquering money blocks, and attracting wealth. So we are going to cover the hidden barriers to wealth, understanding the money mindset, identifying your personal money blocks, the power of belief system, breaking free from financial fears, cultivating abundance mentality, money and self-wealth, and transforming negative financial habit, overcoming debt and financial struggles, building a strong financial foundation, investing in your financial future, attracting wealth and law of attraction, giving back to the cycle of prosperity, money and relationship, living a prosperous life. So if we don't cover all these guys, don't worry, we can always come back and do part 2. So Claudia, I know you chose this topic. Would you like to explain to our audience what motivated you to choose this topic and what was in your mind?
Yeah, well, I chose this topic because, I mean, it's coming up a lot as well, the money topic. And I mean, and still people today feel a bit awkward around it as well, or just like don't, yes, it's like feel ashamed or awkward. There's still something a bit, let's say awkward about money and to talk about it, you know, it's just like to bring it up. So yeah, it's just like to make it a bit more normal, basically, as well. And for us as well to look basically at a new way of thinking about money and creating powerful new habits as well, and therefore through the ability to attract more money. And where can we start basically as well? I mean, you know, it's like, where can we start, Nomsa? Let's have a look in regards to our money beliefs. Yeah? So what was the story when we grew up at home? You know, like, this is actually a good starting point. You know, like, ask yourself what was going on in your childhood back then at home. What was the words and the topics as well in regard to money? What has been said around it? And was it positive or negative? I assume as well, most likely a bit of both as well. And for example, as well, you know, like how it's very important when we adapt those stories as well from our parents or caregivers. It's like something which can be as well in the unconscious level. For example, as well, you might have grown up and you have witnessed struggle at home in regards to money and to earning money. So, for example, the parents were fighting over the money. And then what happens as well, we look at this and then we put everything into our subconscious mind, and we form as well, how can we say it? We form beliefs in regards to money equals stress, or money equals fighting, and so on. Just like we put one in one together, but it's not 2, it's 3 or 5 or something. It's just, it doesn't really, if we look at it today from a new perspective, it just doesn't make sense. But back then, this is how we started off in the world. We couldn't make much meaningful ways of the world, and the mind as well is brought up. So this is how we put one and one together, you know. So you could have thought as well that money creates stress or conflict, and because of this, on a subconscious level, you will sabotage or create conflict, that you are not going for the money or not going to earn more money, because if you have this fear inside of you, it's not really going to help you. So therefore, as well, that's just one way we can start off actually. Nomsa, what was the money talk when you grew up in your family? What was that like? What did you pick up? You're still silent.
Sorry, I'm muted, am I?
Yeah.
So when I was growing up as a child, so I had these different, when I'm growing up, my grandfather was very, very rich, very, very rich, my daddy's dad. But when he died, it's like he took his wealth with him. Because the moment he died, my family, they started fighting for the money, like you were saying. So fighting and fighting and fighting. But my dad, because he loved his dad so much, so he couldn't fight his family. He just let them do whatever they want with wealth. Because when my granddad died, my granddad, he had his children, but he hadn't written a will. So that's where the problem was. So when he died, that's when they started fighting. So that wealth just got scattered. So I think I was 9 years old. So it was scattered. And then my family started living normal life, like an okay life, which is, now I look at it, before I'll say it was okay life, but now I look back, it's like poverty. But not like that extremely poverty. It's like living, working hard, earning hard. But you know, when my grandfather was alive, he had everything. And then I had 2 fathers. My stepdad was coming from a wealthy family as well. They were really, really wealthy. But the only thing that I've learned from both families was you have to work for, you work for the money. There is no, it's okay to get rich. It's okay to enjoy, go and buy whatever you want, but you work for it. And at the same time, there was this a habit where my stepdad and my dad would teach me that nothing lasts forever. So you have to invest money. And when you do invest money, also, if you have kids, you don't spoil your children. You need to teach them where that money, how you got that money. They need to work for it. Like myself, I don't remember when I was 14 going to my dad and going to my stepdad and getting money for free. I don't remember doing that. I remember going to my dad or my stepdad. I'll go to town and look at whatever I need. I'll put the list there, and they'll give me the disgusting job that you can ever imagine. So my stepdad, they had a garage. They had a really, really big garage, where they had coaches and everything, you name it. So he would just give me the job, and I will look at him and I'll be like, are you being serious? that you're giving me this job to do. Be like, yep, take it or leave it. You cannot get the money. So I'll just go and do the work that he asked me. Or sometimes I will say, if I want something, I will say, and he'll say, actually, I need somebody to pick, he's driving, coming from work, and he'll say, I need somebody to pick the chicken for me. And I'll be like, what do you mean the chicken? He'll be like, the chicken that is alive. I'm not talking about the dead chicken, the chicken that is alive. So in the market, and I'll be like, are you kidding me? And he'll be like, no, I'm not kidding you, Nomsa. I need you to go and pick it up. So I'll go and pick it up. So when I come home, I just come back and say, cough up. Then he will cough up. So in his mind, at the time, I didn't know what he was doing. But now that I'm older, that I see that he was showing me that nothing is for free. And whatever you get in life, you have to work for it. He was preparing me for the future, the mindset of, I have to work in order for me to get the things that I need. Money is okay to have it. You can buy anything you want. You can do whatever you want, but the money doesn't grow on trees. So that's why he used to teach me that if you want money, you work for it, and you work for it, you have a plan, you save it as well, save money. And all these things, like he will prepare the future for me. And then I'll go to my dad. My dad will have a store, and then I will give people option. Now, if I work in the store, I'll give people option. Do you want to come in? We used to sell kitchenware. Like I will say, do you want to come and pick it up? If they say they want me to drop it, I'll say, I need a delivery. I need a delivery. And they'll be like, but we paid for, I'll be like, no, that's not part of the deal. So as a young age, so I would just have that mindset of, I'm not going to do things for you for free. If somebody says, come and deliver, you have to pay for delivery. So all those things, but I didn't grow up knowing that money is evil. My parents never taught me that. The only thing they've taught me that it's okay to get rich. It's okay to live a life that you want, but never ever compare your wealth with somebody else. If you are struggling as well to reach where you need to go, you have to work on your mindset to actually understand the divine. What is divine? How can divine help you? Because sometimes there are some people that think they have financial barriers, mindset, but they don't. Is because when people are obsessed, like if somebody wants to get married, they want to meet somebody, they don't focus on anything else. It's all about meeting that person, and it becomes an obsession. And that obsession, it blocks the blessings. I don't know what you think, Claudia, that if you focus on money, it doesn't come. You want money.
Yeah.
Got to do the other way around.
Yeah. Absolutely. It's in regards to every time we want something, the soulmate, or the money as well. It's this needy energy, and then that actual thing is not coming towards us because it's about the energy, rather than that we are, it's about the attachment, and this is ideally not a good way to go, as well as the words, what as well, it's important as well to check on the words. How are we talking about money? Like rich people are evil has not been one of your, I think so here when you grew up, none of mine as well, but like there's so many words, and they are not really helping us as well in regards to get the mindset right, to get money. One thing is as well, I say recently as well, when there's something and I decide not to buy it at this very time, I say it's not my priority, versus then I can't afford it. Yeah, that's something I used to say in the past, but then I realized as well, if you keep saying I can't afford it to something, you will never be able to afford it while you keep saying this. So just change it and say it's not my priority right now to spend the money on these things, you know. So absolutely the words are very important. And then as well, think like, if money, how are you talking about money as well in general, you know, like just like put some awareness as well into this. How do you talk actually about money? And then think, if money were your friend, yeah, or your partner, would it stay with you, come to you, or would it go away, you know? So this is actually one good example to get a bit of awareness as well. How do we actually talk about money? How do we treat money as well, yeah? So yeah.
Yeah, and also it's important that I know, like when they say, it's like they say, like when I go to church, they say don't focus on money. But God does not want us to get to live in poverty. God want his people on earth to be wealthy. He wants us to be wealthy. He wants us to actually claim for our blessings. And you have to understand how to use the power of divine in order for you to actually receive those blessings. Because when you want something manifesting for something, some people, they say you have to manifest, you have to, but the timing as well. Timing is very, very, very important, because sometimes you might manifest. Like I was online the other day on Friday. We were doing overnight prayer online. So I got cut off online. So I continued with my prayer, and my website, it wasn't working. The payment on my website, it wasn't working on PayPal. And I was wondering why it wasn't working. So I go on PayPal. I want to get something, their phone number, so I can actually write to PayPal and write to them and call them the following day. I was like, I'm going to call them tomorrow. So I'm just praying. I'm continuing with my prayer. There's something that I've been wanting, but I tried it before, and then I didn't give up. But I know in my heart that's what I want. So then I go PayPal. I see this application form on PayPal, and I was like, okay, maybe this is the one that is the reason why my payment is not working. So I'm typing in, I'm still praying. I'm still praying. I'm typing in. Actually, I printed out, I didn't print out, I downloaded the form quickly, put my name. It just asked for my name and the owner of the company, what I do, and the company number and everything. So I sent it off. So when I sent it off, I was like, and then I'm like, it says credit card. And I was like, I wasn't asking for credit card. Why are they offering me credit card? And I was like, oh, okay, so that's fine. So I was like, you see, I wasn't expecting it. So it was just a blessing that I was just there. But because I wasn't, it's not something that I wanted. Business for business is not something that I was like, I need this, I know what I need in my heart, but I just type and I just send it off, because I thought if I send that off and then I'll get the number. So in the end, the number didn't even end up getting it. I don't know why I ended up on PayPal anyway. So I'm like shocked, and I was like, hey, okay, God, you're working in different ways. So, okay, fine. So I'm enjoying these blessings. So what I'm trying to say to you is, sometimes you don't have to talk yourself out. Everybody is allowed to get wealth, is allowed to live the lifestyle that they want. But you have to know how to go about it. You have to know the step by step without giving up. because sometimes we may actually give up and talk ourselves out of our blessings and not actually receive our blessings, because we think that, okay, I've been asking the universe, I've been asking this God, he is not responding. But the problem is the timing. And also, Claudia, sometimes God or the universe, whatever you call it, if it knows that whatever you are asking, you are not sure about it, it wants you to understand first, why do you ask this, and how are you going to use this money that you are asking, or you want to make millions per month or per year, how are you going to do it? So it wants you in your heart to have clarity. And that's why you see people win the lottery, they win it and then they lose it all at the same time. So it's very, very important. It shows that everyone has like a future to actually get wealth, but you need the mindset to go with it. You need to understand the barriers, or like you were talking earlier, Claudia, about childhood attachment. For me, I ended up going back because my grandfather lost when he died. His wealth was scattered. Like you mentioned, people fighting for the money. So his wealth was scattered. I then had to go in the physically and demand my wealth, my family's wealth that was taken from them. And the minute I actually claimed the wealth of my family, I was presented by a war. But anyway, I managed to pull through that war anyway. It's like the things that we do in the physically, in the spirit is attached as well. So we have to understand those two things, that there's a physical world and a spiritual world. So all those things, they are attached together. So for me, it was like, I don't want to live in poverty. I wanted my family, because every bloodline, if your bloodline, you have to look back to your family, your ancestors, your grandfather, your mother's father, on your mother's side and your father's side. You have to evaluate the life that they have lived. If they live in poverty, you then have to break that poverty so you can change the history. If they lived in poverty, it means that there's something that needs to be broken. But if they lived in wealth, and then you find yourself in poverty, that means that there is something there, a barrier that needs to be removed. So the words that we speak, that's why they say words speak life, or they speak death to our blessings. So I don't know, I'm going to hand it over to you, Claudia.
Yeah. Thank you, Nomsa. Blessings, yes, important, like gratefulness as well, to practice gratitude, and just like as well to pay attention to be grateful to the money we already have, and to really go into the feeling of being appreciative as well about it, and grateful as well for all the money actually we had so far in our life. Okay, like looking back, all those years, I mean, it's been like, several hundreds of thousands, a million, even going through by all those years probably as well, we have been on this planet basically as well to be grateful for it, like because again, this is a very good practice as well to raise the vibration as well, and to count the blessings, as well, to be grateful for the blessings as well. And when we do this, the universe is like, this is what you want more of, so we get more, because it's like we are focusing on these things, and the universe is picking this obviously up where we focus at, and then it's like, this is what we want more of, so just like be smart and pay attention what you focus on as well. And God wants us all to be wealthy. There is no such rule, where it says, Nomsa, you can only have so and so much money, and Claudia is allowed more or less or something. There's none of these rules, okay? So we are all equal, and we all are here as well, and God actually wants us as well to have an abundant, prosperous, and lifestyle of plenty, absolutely, because in the end as well, this is the universe of plenty, and there is plenty out there, plenty of everything for everyone. And if we can again understand this, it's just the mindset around this, that would be as well so good, because sometimes as well, some of limiting beliefs as well, if I am too greedy, there's nothing for the others, if I have too much, there's nothing left for the rest. And then again, like I invite you, question your beliefs, okay? Like really sit down, write them down, what's going on in regards to money, what's coming up as beliefs, and just really sit down and ask, is this really, without a shadow of a doubt, is this really true? And usually it's not, usually it's like misunderstandings we have put together because of some previous circumstances in the past, and they are not true at all. It's just like some stories we have created. And again, this is very important as well. Once we can understand that, it's really helpful. And they say as well, oh yeah, money wants a purpose as well. When you said earlier, yes, like asking, like for money and so on. Money actually as well wants a purpose as well. So like if you want to buy a house or the holiday, a new car and so on, go into this rather than the money, because if you go into it, what you said is well a bit more meaningful with a purpose, it can actually as well be delivered to you, and then you might be surprised you could get the house or the car to like much more less than you have expected it could cost you. So it's by you having the clarity and focusing actually, I want the car, the house, the holiday and so on. And money is a multiplier as well. So basically, if you are a generous person, you get to receive more money. It will only make you more generous. If you are already, like stingy and so on, I mean, the chances could be that getting more money can keep you as well still being stingy. So they say money basically is just a multiplier of who you already are. So it's not really, you're not really going to change you to be like negative from you are the good person and you get the money and then it just spirals down everything. It's not, it's just really who you are and then magnifying it.
I love that, Claudia, because sometimes they say rich people are evil. Some people you'll find saying rich people are evil, or they say I don't want to be rich because rich people they don't. But the truth is, if you find somebody who is not rich, there's nice people, there's evil people. So people, character. People get rich because of they find the secret how to make money. But then we can't label them and say they are evil, they are this. There are people who are very, very generous, who have made their money, and they are very, very generous, and they are helping people around the world who are living in poverty. So it is your birthright to actually, like what you were saying, Claudia, to actually understand your beliefs. If there are beliefs that are blocking you moving forward to actually get to the wealth that you want, to write them down step by step. So it's very, very important, like what Claudia was saying, to actually and also I mentioned before that you have to reflect your bloodline. And once you identify all these things, like what Claudia was saying, then you have to challenge your beliefs without blaming yourself or without blaming anyone else. Because when you actually challenge those beliefs, and it means you want to study how to money gets to those people who understands it, and they stay with it. Any blessing that you have it and then it moves away, it's not a blessing. But if you have the skills on how to invest money, how to actually the gratitude, how to use the power of gratitude to bring more money to you, and you don't have to be obsessed. It's like like now we have our businesses. We do earn money through it, but our focus is the clients. Like my pastor always say, Dr. Olukoya, he always talks about when you have a business or you have something that you do make money, you always say, do it differently in a way that people keep coming back and coming back and coming back. Do it differently. He always say also, reflect on laziness. He says, as a person, you don't need more than 5 hours sleep. Because when you're sleeping, somebody else is making money. So you have to have a different source of income. But when we say different source of income, we're not talking about you have to do that thing and that thing, 20, 11 things at once. So you have to stay focused. Like myself, I have my business. So what I do is, in order for me to add some other things that I can make extra income on, is the things that I'm actually connected to my business. I don't go around that way. And I do things that are connected to my business. I have people with cryptocurrency. Sometimes they trading. They contact me and say, would you like to do trading? I'm like, no, I don't want to do trading. And they're like, I'll do it for you. I'm like, there is no way that I'm going to get rich while you're doing trading for me. The reason why I is because I go to, sometimes when Andy Harrington has his event, Greg Secker, he comes along as well. So he talks about how you have to do the training. And when you do the training yourself, trading might take about 30 minutes or 1 hour. You might have to do the timing, you have a timing. So when somebody comes to me and say, making me think that is easy money, that's why I have obligations. I'm like, no, I know it's not an easy money. I have to understand what trading means. But do I have the time to actually invest to do the training? I don't. So therefore, I'm not going to go for it. So you have to look at things where, like, how you can manage while you sleep, but on the field where you are on, where you connected to the fields that are connected. There's so many, like if you are a coach, there's so many ways you can make money while you sleep, or you can make money in so many ways. So those are the things that people need to be aware. And yes, wealthy, we are allowed to be wealthy. Money is not the tree of evil. Money is the tree of greatness, is an energy, an energy that you have to understand it. You have to educate yourself. You have to have the knowledge, and that knowledge will make informed decisions about your finances. So consider like writing down, or maybe attending seminars, or seeking financial professionals who can help you. And also budgeting as well, and financial planning is very, very important. I don't know what you think, Claudia, because it can actually reduce the anxiety. There are some people who actually who tell you that they want a good life. But they don't want the stress. So everything you do in life, it requires a journey. Something has to begin.
Yeah.
So if you want to get rich, there are steps by steps that you need to do in order to get there. I've never met anyone that said, I woke up one morning, I was very rich.
Yes, with actions, we have to put actions in the physical body, and when we have the goals and the desires, we have to put this body into actions and to do forwards. little steps towards as well the goal. And if one of the beliefs as well we have is that I don't understand money, or I don't know how to make more money, then yes, absolutely, it's just like go out there, educate yourself, and find a seminar or something what is inspiring you. And as well, to begin with as well, like there are so many good books in regards to changing the mindset around money. That's as well a very good way to start, like so many good books, like to start somewhere. And then yes, the money mantra as well. Create a new money mantra for you now. So after you have identified, the not so much working in your favor beliefs or mantras that you have kept saying, for you to like change it around now and create a new money mantra. For example, I make money whilst I'm asleep, or money comes easily to me. I attract all the good opportunities. It's like come up with something juicy and create this new mantra as well, so that you get into this, into this new way of looking at it and dealing as well with money. And something else as well, it's like usually as well we are asking for more money or the holiday or the house or something, because we think that when we get this certain thing, we might feel more stable or safety or secure, or that we have options as well when we have the money or the desired the desired thing. And then as well, I invite you to question and to ask yourself, where do you already feel, safe and secure and stable? So basically think of how would you feel when you have this thing in your life, and then like see where in your life you already can live this specific feeling, So this is actually as well a very good tool, so that you don't focus too much and too hard on the desires as well, on the goals. Because again, if we want something really, really badly, it's just not a good energy. So the art is as well I would like something to go for it as well, but like not to have so much attachment around it. And we can have this when you get clear in regards to where in your life do you already feel secure or stable, like safe as well. And then go into these feelings as well, live those feelings. And then obviously, yes, you can still go ahead and ask for the new house, the car, and everything as well. But you already have this feeling inside of you, so you don't need to have the outcome urgently in order to have it inside of you. Does it make sense, Nonsa? Yeah.
100%, Claudia, it makes sense. The desire, you have to, you have to have the desire of wanting something. And when you have the desire of wanting something, you cannot be saying, I want to get wealth, but at the same time, you're thinking about, I'm not enough. Or you're thinking about, there is fear, if there is fear within you. You cannot be doing that. You have to go all in 100%. If it's wealth that you want, what do you want to do with this wealth? Like, that's why there's big speakers, they say you have to have a big why. So the universe, the reason why they say have a big why, the universe wants to know, even God, he wants to know. This wealth that you need, what are you going to do when you have it? So write it down, declare it, have a clarity step by step. When I have this money, this is what I'm going to do. And you have to keep your promises, because in order for you to keep that wealth, you cannot live in fear. You have to live enjoying that you have to enjoy what you want in life. And for me, for those Christians, or if you are a Christian, you can if you are not Christian, you can meditate. But if you are a Christian, you can meditate in the Word of God. If you are not a Christian, meditate in the Word of YouTube. There are videos on YouTube, the way you can find a meditation. But I can tell you 100%, you have to cut the noise. If you want to change your life, this is the story, a true story about my story. You cut the noise. There is no room for negotiation about plan B. Whatever you desire in life, the plan B, it could be tweaking things around. But if the wealth that you desire in life, write it down. What, step by step, how are you gonna get this way? And you have to believe it. Noise, people are gonna come to your life. They're gonna talk you out of your blessings. They're gonna talk you out of your decision, and the mind will believe it. When I'm saying that I went on PayPal, I'm praying, I didn't know what I was doing. I think I was being controlled by the Holy Spirit. I just went on PayPal because I have declared to God, I have declared to the universe, I have declared how I want my business to look like. I have declared it, and every membership of my business, how I have created the membership, I've believed it. And I believe, I know that I deserve it because I know I'm going to have to do the work. So you have to, when you are doing something, or you are writing down this journey, the goals of whatever, how you're going to taking action, how you're going to overcome money blocks, you cannot involve negative thoughts. If negative thoughts, they're there, you have to be aware of them, and you have to get rid of them by speaking life to them. Speak life. Tell them how you feel. Tell this fear that says you're not good enough, you cannot be a millionaire. Tell the fear, speak to it, tell it how you feel. And once you speak to this fear, you cannot go back, and if it keeps showing up, speak to it. And for those who are Christian, if you have doubt about you becoming the person or having this money that you want to have, that means there's an anointing that you need to break. There's a yoke that you need to break. So you need to speak to it, speaking to it using the Word of God. So you can get the scriptures, you can go and type how to break money blocks. So I'm going to give you, for those, I'm going to ask Claudia to actually give you guys advice based on a non-Christian background. And then for me, I'm going to give you an advice on how to actually change your life without getting rid of these money blocks, because I'm not sure if you guys know that wealth can be exchanged. Talent can be exchanged. The body can be exchanged. Brains can be exchanged spiritually to physically. It can be exchanged. So you've got to understand how the universe, how God works. But God does not exchange the brains. It's the people that challenge God. So I'm going to let Claudia, can you give them some tips on, as a non-Christian, how they can actually manifest? Because I haven't got a clue how you manifest. I know there's loads of YouTube's videos there online where people can actually listen to those. But for me, I'm going to speak on Christian perspective, where it has worked for me, for those who are watching, so you can use my ideas to break the poverty and live a comfortable life that is whatever wealth you want. So over to you, Claudia.
Yeah, so in regards to manifesting, I mean, one thing is very important is when we want to or would like to manifest something is as well to just because you have a desire for something, this is actually already a way for you to understand that you can have it. Otherwise, you would not have the desire or the wish to have it, because we all have different desires and all are looking for different things, So just because you are really into something is already actually a sign that it's already meant to be for you. Otherwise, you would not notice this, just like understanding this actually as well helped me a lot to be in life as well, and to see, okay, it's natural, it's rich in me. So that means actually I can already have it. I'm allowed, it's okay for me, it's already done actually, okay? It is already done, So it's just like this understanding. And when we want to go out and manifest something as well, it's important to ask for something and then to include the sentence, or something better always, and may it come in the highest and best way. So many years ago, I actually don't know what I did, but I was in a bus. The bus had an accident, and I was entitled to claim some money back for this accident because I was just like, so, but it's just something you don't want. You don't want to get money or the check because you have been in an accident or something. So this is why it's always important to put the sentence at the very end. It's may it come to me in the highest and best way. So it's like that you get your desire as well from a pure outcome and without being in an accident, ideally, yes. Huh? Oh, you're still silent.
Sorry, if you're a Christian, guys, so if you want to get wealthy, it's not going to come easy, but you have to work for it. There's no magic pill, but you have to know what you want. Why do you want to get wealthy? Have clarity, because God is a human being. He doesn't read yesterday. He doesn't read who did what, who broke your heart, who took your money, what you've lost. No, he doesn't. His job is to restore what you've lost. It doesn't matter how much you have lost. He will restore sevenfold, whatever you've lost. So his job, when you're speaking to the universe, because God is the universe is God. So if you are that somebody who believes in the universe, when you speak to God or when you speak to the universe, you have to they read now. They already know what you've been through. God already knows what you've been through, the pain you have gone through, the rejection, the disappointment. So he doesn't need that story. So what do you need now when you actually go and speak to the universe, you speak to him, you have to ask him to perfect everything in your life according to his will. And when he perfects everything according to his will, so now you have to understand that there are some billionaires. That's why when people are talking, they're saying, if you go to the graveyard is a place where there is wealth. What are they saying is a millionaire that was meant to be a millionaire that never come to pass is in the graveyard. Anyone that was meant to be a billionaire that was never manifested is in the graveyard. So there are some people who knows how to steal, go to the graveyard and steal people's vouchers. So what you need to do is you need to say any as a Christian, I'm talking to Christian now. This is not a joke. So if you really, really want to do this, you have to be somebody who is humbled, somebody who is tired of being tired of living in poverty. So you have to be somebody who wants change. So you can say, and you can remove the satanic replacement of your virtues. Your virtues is your wealth. You can remove spirit exchange, because every spirit exchange, when I'm saying the spirit exchange, it means when you find really, really educated people who have degrees, but they have nothing to show. So what happened to that? When you have loads and loads of degree, you have nothing, you work in a care home, or you're not doing anything. So what happened to that? Something has happened. So you have to ask for the exchange, any spirit exchange. Ask for any spirit exchange to actually and carry off. Cut off body exchange. That's why you see some people, they are young, they look older. Stress takes over. And also wealthy exchange, carry off. If you go to my profile, there are videos where we do them once every month. Power must change hands. We just did power must change hands last Saturday, on Saturday that we just passed. So if you want to learn more and more how this thing works, you can go to my profile and just listen to it. It's 4 hours or 5 hours, but there are parts where you can just skip and just listen to it when Dr. Olukoya speaks and explains how the physically and the spiritually thing work. There's talent exchange. I did mention it when I made a video. The reason why I'm saying there is talent exchange, I didn't know that there was talent exchange. But when this occult spirit, when he came to recruit me, when I was recording my video, he actually showed me what he does. And that's why some people, the famous people, some people, they are not joining it to joke. They are joining it actually to steal people's talent so they can be great. And when they become great, they worth millions based on other people's money, not just actually people who are famous. There are some people who are actually doing it in secret, who are joining a cult, like, I'm not going to say no more. Talent exchange, cut off the talent exchange, because if there is a talent exchange, it means you become dumb, somebody else becomes smart with your talent. And marriage exchange, you can cut off marriage exchange. Promotion exchange, people do that now into a cult. They do promotion exchange, and you can cut off even a healthy exchange as well. You can carry off a destiny exchange. When you carry off, it means if there is, when I'm talking about destiny exchange, wealthy exchange, it means like what Claudia was saying, that people fight. When people start fighting, there is something that is attached. Like you become somebody, the universe sees you as somebody who's ungrateful. And then that's when the family will affect, the wealth will be affected in the family. So you have to cut that off. If you know that your family, they should be wealthy, but they are not. So you need to cut off everything, cut off, carry off with your words, carry off. I don't know what you carry off based on the situation, based on how you see your ancestors, how they were. So you have to carry off and then you reclaim your wealth. Ask the universe, what do you want? And then mean it. And then trust that is going to happen. But the universe blesses you based on the journey, taking action. So how are you going to make this money? You have to have a plan. Or are you going to serve the clients? Are you going to be a coach? How are you going to do it? So you have to have a plan. And once you have that plan, It's not that there's not going to be challenges. There will be challenges, but that's where the big why. You need to hold on to it, like what Claudia was saying, hold on to your big why, even if when you feel like you want to fall. And if you know what's your big why, keep going, because you don't know the mountain that you're climbing. You don't know what's on the other side. Over to you, Claudia.
Yes, well said. No, absolutely. Yeah,
do we know the mountains for tomorrow, Claudia?
Yes. What do you say?
Do we know the mountains that comes tomorrow?
No, we don't know, right?
No, we don't know. So that is important. Do not give up.
Yes, it's true. And the thing is as well, people tend to give up usually it's right before, something might come to fruition as well. And then they tend to get up because on some level as well, we consent, I'm just about to get this thing, but and then it's like again, we believe again the stories that we're not good enough and everything, and then we quit, But yeah, no, as Nomsa said, as well, like action steps, absolutely. See, if you can get some ideas, you can do this as well in meditation. How can I actually make some extra money, For example, as well, here in the house where we live, we have 5 bedrooms and we rented out 1 room and we have a lodger now. And actually here is, we manifested the best lodger. He's hardly here, and even at weekends, he does have another job where he does night shift, So it's just like, yes, it's just like getting extra money in, and it can even out to be a perfect match for us as well. It's like, this is where it comes in when we state this or something better, then the universe wants to give you the best and so on, But again, we have to ask for it. And then it's like action steps as well, you have to do the action steps. We can't just sitting at home and waiting and meditating and believing it's not working. We have to go out and do action steps, and then the universe is going to meet us as well halfway, So it's like some brainstorming. You could sell things as well, or you can provide your services as well, just like if you're like in card readings or very intuitive as well, or coaching as well. It's like start to it's like think of this avenue as well, like you can do this part-time as well to sell your services as well, there's so many ways to make money. Or if you have as well like a spare room, you could do Airbnb, so that sometimes occasionally as well somebody comes in that you don't have to rent out the whole room. It's like occasionally, I don't know if it's like so many, obviously as well the crypto thing where I don't know much about here would be good as well to get with some experts and to learn about it, but the thing is as well, like action steps, we have to do something in regards to getting our desire and our wish fulfilled.
Claudia, me, I don't want no lodger. I like my space. I like to disappear in my space, my own space. So yeah.
Second floor.
But you guys don't have children, which is
no,
fun.
We don't.
Yeah.
They are not much here.
Yeah, sometimes I think it feels lonely. You can feel lonely in the house. So you guys are good. Just find those things. And you manifested for your 5-bedroom house as well, Claudia, did you? Yeah, so it shows that it does work. The power of manifestation, it does work. And for those who are Christian as well, if you fast as well, it does work. When you fast, because the fast, you're activating your inner being. But the more the more you ask God big, the more you're gonna have challenges. And you have to be somebody that is ready, because you know, like being a business person or businesswoman or a businessman, it means that you have to have the mindset of, you have to have the skills of climbing the mountains, how to climb the mountains when you find yourself stuck, how can you get yourself unstuck, not to give up. So those are the challenges that you have to face in life. But it means that there is joy, there is success in it. And so it's very, very important to understand, if you say you want wealth, what comes with wealth? It means that there might be challenges, so you face them and you keep going. Like Claudia was saying, you find different ways to make extra income, and also monitor your progress properly. And also, if journal everything, identify the patterns. If you're struggling, have a money conversation with people who have done it, or maybe follow people who actually have done it, develop self-trust. And there's one thing that Sai mentioned when we did live with him. He said the biggest mistake that he made when he was trying to make it, he's made it, but when he was trying to make it, he says he was watching people who have made it, but who are like, they post themselves while they are on these beautiful cars, private jet. But he said what he didn't know was these people, they are actually hiring this private jet. Some of them, they don't own them, they hire them, and they hire these cars. So his obligations were, why don't I have these cars so I can take pictures and put them on my social media? So that's when later on he realized actually that is a mistake. And these people, some of these people, they are hiring these private jet, which is their life, they are entitled for it. But the idea is, don't compare your life with anybody. Your life is unique, is special. So when you are going through this journey of financial breakthrough, success, or whatever the path you take, never look at anyone on social media and start comparing themselves. Why is my life taking so long? Why? Embrace the journey.
Absolutely.
Embrace it.
Yeah. And then as well on social media, I don't think as well those people posting there don't show you as well their full laundry basket, right? Yeah.
No? Yeah. If you follow me on social media, I post joy. Mm-hmm. I post sadness as well. I post my life is real. When I'm going through something, like right now, Carol Ann is in hospital. It means I'm going through sadness, because the talk shows is going through challenges. So I put that on Facebook, so people, they know that our lives is real. So it's very, very important to never, ever compare your life with anybody. The journey is different. Whatever those people that you see them, they're on private jet, you don't know how they ended up there, the secret, how they manifested. Instead of you comparing yourself with them, write to them. If you admire them, send a message on a messenger. They'll reply to you, and they'll be really, really happy to actually that there's somebody who admires them. So never compare your life. So Sai mentioned that when we did live, that it was one thing that he did, that he was comparing. And he said the other block was the worthy. He didn't believe that he was worthy, because when you make these decisions that this is what you want to do, this is what you want to, how you want to make money, there will be people that will have obligations. And when those people have obligations, you end up believing their negative decree. So you have to be aware of that. You don't believe the words that people are saying. They're not yours to believe. It's their opinion. They are entitled for their opinion. But how you respond to them is how you are able to move forward and grab and enjoy that wealth that you need in life.
Yes.
Any words of encouragement, Claudia?
Yes, absolutely. As well, a little tip from me as well is like, bless your money. You know, when I go shopping and I pay for something, you know, I bless my money, I bless your money, and may it come tenfold back to me, you know.
Oh, yeah.
Spend it, you know, like I bless it and then may it come tenfold, or just like whatever you want it to be. Your sister, yeah.
Yes, speak life to it. Speak life to the money and just be grateful. If you don't have it, don't say like negative things. Why am I haven't got money and stuff? Just find ways. Money does not come when you sit there and we pray for it to come. We don't just pray and sit down. We have to take action. So
and be grateful as well for
what we have.
Little wins, you know, little wins as well in regards to the money journey as well, you know, little wins, and then it comes easier. And then as well, you see more things to celebrate. Just like we have to be able as well to pick ourselves up and to do like small things to reach to the next best feeling. And then the next one and the next one. So it's practice. It's practice.
Yeah, it's all about the mindset. Everything you do in life is about mindset. Speak to everything you do in life. Speak life to it. That 20 pound that you have, in order for you to have 100 pound, you have to be grateful of the 20, and then the 100 will come.
Yeah.
Be grateful of the 100,000, and then 1 million will come. So that's how the universe works. So guys, go to the website if you are looking for love or you want to find your own voice and lead from within. You can go to the website Hope Spring Eternal Introduction Agency, www.hseia.com, and just fill out the form. And I'm hoping the forms were not working earlier. I'm hoping that they have been fixed. The guy was fixing them. The web designer was fixing them. So I'm hoping that everything is working now. So if you want coaching to find your own voice, you can just send us an email or just follow us on our social media. And we have different coaches depending with where you are with life. So just get in touch with us. We have different coaches as well that can help you. And for me, I'm a love harmonist, and how I coach is I just go to the foundation. When you are single, you don't come to me, we fill out an application form, and then I connect you with somebody. If you have to be coached, we look at the bad habits, we look at the foundation, the tree, your foundation of life, how it's like. And we look at some pattern behavior, we look at some habits, we look at different things, your character and everything, because everything has to go with what you desire in life. So like we were talking about wealth today, so your character has to represent somebody who wants to get wealth, somebody who's ready for it in order for it to come. And that's the relationship as well. That's how it works with the relationship. So you can go on the website and just register. There are different things that you can book on the website. Everything is there. And also please subscribe to our channel on YouTube and follow us on social media. We have 2 groups on Facebook. We have Unique Billionaire Mindset. If you have a business, if you are a coach, you can join the group. We don't advertise, but if people see you posting words of encouragement every single day, and it's a place where when somebody is looking for a coach, or if somebody is looking for something, they see you post every day. So they will know, oh, if I need a coach for this one I can get in touch, because family. So it's a family group. and the Business Family Group, and also Nkosi Talk Shows is a family group as well. You can join the group and be part of Nkosi Talk Shows family. And guys, please keep praying for Carol Ann. She's in hospital. It's not good. That's all I can say. But please send your prayers to her family. And if you want to write messages, you can send us the messages. We'll send it to her. And she just needed this moment. She needs some positive messages that can build her to get out of this hospital. So God bless everyone and live with grace.